A while ago, I decided to explore an abandoned house in my neighborhood. I was a huge believer in the paranormal and heard some ghost stories about that house, so I thought it'd be fun to explore. I headed out to that building with a flashlight, smartphone, and audio recorder. Now, this was my first time actually ghost hunting, so that was all I brought. Anyways, I ventured into the house through an open window. When I got in, I saw that it was a total mess. There were bloodstains all over the furniture, cracks all over the floor, and the entire place had a putrid odor. I looked closely at the furniture as the bloodstains stuck out to me. The blood seemed pretty fresh, which confused me, as I thought it had been there for a while, because, ghosts, and past. I decided to wander to the other rooms after I finished looking at the one I was already in. The other rooms weren't different from the one I was in before. Bloodstains and cracks on the floor. I took pictures with my smartphone of each room so I could refer to them later. I also fired up my audio recorder to each room, however, it couldn't detect any sound. I eventually got tired of looking at each room, so I decided to go down a floor. I found a staircase leading down, which I assumed was to the basement. I flashed my light down below, and lo and behold, it was a basement. I went down and looked through the basement floor. I flashed my light around the places, and what I saw next haunted me for my whole life. I saw two decomposing corpses wearing clothes in a rocking chair. They also had changes to their body. They had fake glass eyes in their sockets and weird sympathetic skin on them. I walked down the stairs and got a closer look around the basement. There was a whole collection of these corpse dolls and chairs. I was incredibly freaked out by this, but I somehow managed to hold in my scream. Out of curiosity, I poked one of them in the head, and it quickly toppled off the body. I freaked at the sight. This time, I couldn't contain my scream. I quickly stopped screaming and took some deep breaths, trying to contain myself. Suddenly, I heard footsteps and loud yelling from upstairs. Crap, I wasn't alone. I quickly scrambled to a corner in the basement and crept down. The footsteps grew closer, and I saw an old lady walking down the steps. I was relieved at the sight of that. I thought that I could just explain to her that I was a pizza delivery guy that got the wrong address and got lost in the house or something. I was about to walk up to her and try my plan. However, something unexpected happened. She saw the head on the floor, and then suddenly bent down and started crying. She then picked up the head and started to kiss it, and said she was sorry to it. What the hell? Needless to say, I was incredibly freaked out at this point, and I wanted to puke. I also saw this as an opportunity to escape though, so I quickly ran up the stairs and tried to find the route back. I went to a room and locked myself in there. I quickly ran to the window and tried to open it so I could jump out. However, it wouldn't budge. I kept trying to open it, but it wouldn't work. While I was trying to open it, I heard a loud bang on the door. Then it started to crack. There was a hole broken in the door. Crap. I had to think quickly. I looked around and found a piece of wood lying around. I grabbed it and used it to break the window. I eventually made a hole big enough for me to escape. I leapt out into the night. I ran, and then looked behind me. I saw the face of the old lady staring at me, with a blank expression and cold, piercing eyes. I turned back and ran back home. I never told anyone except for a few friends about this incident, and never went near that house again. The memory of the lady's face I saw was enough to keep me away from it, for good.